Hello everyone, this is Cliff. Welcome back to our Let's Play of Dark Souls 2. Now when we last left off, we completed all of the item run of Iron Keep. So at this point in time, what we're going to do is fight the optional boss in order to unlock the bonfire that kind of acts as a shortcut. So we've got a few different items equipped now. We've got our Dark Uchi-Katana, and I've got some flame-resistant items on because this boss uses flame attacks once you get further in. Let me go grab my souls. Now, I did a test run against him and did pretty good until my controller died, and that kind of ended the party. So basically, you've got big boss attacks. You want to stay around the outside. Mind your timing on moves like that. As long as you're real close to him, he kind of has a hard time hitting you. But now, he will remedy some of this when he changes into his second form, which he's about to do now. Basically, what he does is he gains a fire aura that, as long as you're in close, you're taking constant tick fire damage. Alright, so we're going to kind of get away from him for a little bit. Now his third form is a lot worse. Oh, I got tapped by that. So I'm going to drink up. His third form, he actually puts that sword like that into his chest. And now his sword does extra fire damage. So I'm going to mistakenly use an Estus Flask. I'm going to Flash Sweat. And that'll protect me against some of the damage that sword now does. The good thing is he's very good about jumping away. The bad news is when he does that stab attack, it seems to unlock you at times. So you have to be very careful. And as always, be wary of stamina depletion. Oh, I got burned a little bit there, so I'm going to pop. Oh boy, that was stupid. That was just dumb too. Okay, now that attack can land, and he can also do a secondary attack from there, where he does a fire aura around him. Like, oh, he didn't do it that time. I'm surprised he didn't, because I was pretty close to him. So I'm just trying to stay beside him, where that'll go over my head. And he's killing me on the jump backs. Alright, I'm going to drink up and just kind of stay at range. I want to get away from his fire effect for a while. There we go. Oh, I got greedy. And as is the case with most bosses, if you get greedy, you can really get screwed. Like that. And that's just because I got greedy. And he probably should have killed me at that point, to be completely honest, but he's screwed now. Yeah. So that is the Smelter Demon. And to be fair, he is probably the hardest of these two bosses in this level. The next guy did not give me nearly as many problems as this guy did. So what we're going to do, I don't think there's anything here. What we're going to do is we're going to run up to the bonfire. Yeah. Open this up. This is not a mimic chest. There is a mimic chest in this level. This is not it. And that gives you a pretty crappy shield and some flame butterflies, which that's no big deal. I'm going to pop open this door. And now you can see kind of where this shortcut leads. I'm going to kick this fire. Alright, so that was the Smelter Demon. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a cut in here and kind of go through my normal ritual of going back to... Well, actually, let me travel. Let's just travel, because there are a few things that... excuse me, that I'd like to talk about. We've gotten a lot of items kind of handed to us. Just like in the very first Dark Souls game, if you spend a certain amount with some of these merchants, you'll get items. The old hag over here gives you the coveted silver serpent ring +1. Let's see, the ladder smith over there gives you that kind of Prince of Persia sword, the Melu scimitar. I think I pointed that out in one other video. And ooh, got a little stutter in there. Now at this point, I should be able to talk to him. And I think he has, yeah, he has the Smelter Demon set. If you're into that, it has pretty high fire defense, but overall it is a very heavy set of armor.
Are you sure?
Alright, so I'm not going to buy anything, obviously, from him. That should be all of the items I've collected from merchants in this area. I collected a Titanite slab from purchasing a certain amount from the other blacksmith, McDuff. Let's see, what else? What else have I done? What else have I done? What else have I got? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. And I have bumped up my swords as much as I can. So now I do have a viable alternative to the Fire Longsword. I've got this Dark Uchi-Katana and this Hide Knight Sword. And those will be the two weapons I use the most in the rest of this area that I'm in now. I also got the covetous gold serpent ring +1. That item was procured from the guy in Iron Keep after I bought a certain amount of stuff from him. And because we couldn't get items, you don't get items from a boss fight, I wasn't wearing any of my item up items, rings, hats, etc. Let's see, I did pop a human effigy, which is why I'm not wearing my binding ring. So I think you're pretty caught up. Like I say, I bought this shield from McDuff and infused it with fire just for that Smelter Demon fight. It will obviously be replaced by this shield when we're in normal combat. But actually, for the next area, we're going to use this target shield, which is basically an upgrade of the buckler. I guess I should probably put upgrade in quotes. It's not much of an upgrade, but it is a little bit better. So what I'm going to do, now that I've kind of caught you up on some of the things I've done, is I'm going to put a cut here. And when we come back, we'll be back at that bonfire and we'll take on a very familiar foe. So give me 1 second and I will be back. Okay, so we are back and we've purchased all the items that... all the items and levels that we're going to. Now, I do have a parrying shield equipped because we will fight a very familiar enemy. Yes, it's the Pursuer. Again. That does 103. So, basically what I'm going to have to do is a little bit of experimenting and find out that does more. Okay. And this guy is perfectly content, usually, to let me just kind of beat the hell out of him. Now, you do have to be careful because there is an archer outside this door, unless you kind of cleared him out already. So just be aware that you don't want to get too close to that door opening. It could cause you to... Oh, really? Interesting. Okay, and so he did stun a little bit at that. But yeah, it's this is kind of a boring fight once you kind of know what to do. Now that is not very boring at all. That can kill you and curse you. So as long as you can kind of keep him into a pattern, it's pretty easy. 1, 2, 3. In fact, this one's a lot worse because you don't have the kind of the cheap ballista that you can attack him with. Come on. Alright, and so that's that. Pursuer number 2. He drops the Ring of Blades, which is awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip these out. As you can see, it boosts our attack rating just a little bit more. And actually, he's pretty easy boss, as you can see. You just run the same pattern before it. Like I say, it's more of a boring fight than anything else. Okay, so since I have kind of 2 quote-unquote boss fights in this video, what I'm going to do is probably end this video right here, and what we'll do is the item run for the second half of this level. Not too much to go. I will actually show you how to get to Belfry Soul, despite the fact that I probably will not do a whole lot there. There's not a whole lot in Belfry Soul that I really want. There is, I think, a Black Knight Greatsword in Belfry Soul, but I've gotten that. There are enemies that drop that, so what I'll probably do is wait until I get to them to get that item. Alright, so this has been Cliff. I hope you enjoyed these 2 boss fights, and I will see you down the road. We'll take on the second half of Iron Keep. Hope everybody takes care. See you.